Welcome everyone to another startup and automobile documentation. What we have here is a 2015 Ford Edge SEL. This Edge is painted in bronze fire tinted clear coat metallic. It does come with smart key access at all four of the doors. On the key fob you have the buttons for lock, unlock, remote start, tailgate release, and panic. Storage on the front door panels. Do have power windows, locks, and mirrors. It has a dune interior, and this SEL has the available leather seats. The driver's seat is fully powered with two-way power lumbar support, while the front passenger seat is partially powered with a power seat base and a manual seat back. And now that we're behind the wheel, let's go ahead and start the engine. It does also have push-button ignition. The Edge was a popular offering by Ford, playing in that mid-size two-row SUV segment, bridging the gap between compact SUVs and larger but still mid-size three-row SUVs. That gave the Edge the advantage of being just the right size for many car buyers. The Edge was produced in the US for 2 generations, spanning from model years 2007 through 2024. However, there is a third generation of the Edge, sold exclusively in China as the Edge L. This 2015 model represents the second generation of the Edge, codenamed CD539, which was made in total for model years 2015 through 2024, and was also the final generation of the Edge for North America. It rides on the Ford CD4 platform, which it shares with the second-gen Lincoln MKX, which would become the first-gen Lincoln Nautilus. Notable updates for the second-gen Edge included the 2019 refresh, which gave it a facelifted exterior, a new transmission, new safety features, and a new ST trim to replace the Edge Sport. And there was also the 2021 update, which gave it a brand new 12-inch Sync 4 infotainment interface. The US market 2015 model year Edge came in 4 trim levels: SE, SEL, Titanium, and Sport. 3 engines were available, with the standard engine on SE through Titanium models being a 2-liter EcoBoost Turbo Inline-4. Optional on SE through Titanium models was a naturally aspirated 3.5-liter V6. Finally, the Edge Sport received a 315 horsepower 2.7-liter EcoBoost twin turbo V6. The sole transmission across the range was a 6-speed automatic, and your drivetrain options were front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, the former of which being what this one has. In the instrument cluster, we have just one analog gauge, that being your speedometer, with everything else being contained within these 2 digital information displays, which can be gone through via their corresponding steering wheel controls. So first, as for the display on this side, as you can see, you have your fuel gauge. Right now it has a digital tachometer. This is the display mode menu. Your fuel and temperature gauges, tire pressure, etc. Then you can go down to your trip 1 and 2, which is your trip computers. You have your fuel economy info, toggle any driver assist features, and then go to various settings. Then as for the controls on this side, it'll bring up your compass for navigation. Then you can also go to phone, any phones you might have hooked up, and then with entertainment, it'll bring up your radio info, and you can also change your radio stations. It has a 4-spoke design, leather-wrapped, and multifunctional steering wheel. It does have sport grips. And as for controls, first on the top of the spokes, you have your aforementioned information display controls. Then down below here, you have your cruise controls on this side, and your audio controls on this side with your Bluetooth phone and voice control buttons. On the back of the spokes are also paddle shifters for manually shifting the transmission. The steering wheel is tilt and telescopic. You have some storage, headlight switch, panel dimmer, climate vent for the driver. On this side, you'll find your high beam and turn signal stalk, while on this side, you'll find your wiper stalk. Going down the center of the interior, you have a storage compartment up top, your central climate vents. Right here is your touchscreen interface for your MyFordTouch Infotainment system. We'll go over this system more in a bit. Hazard light switch, passenger airbag indicator, CD player slot. You have some physical radio controls with your volume, power, and tuning knobs. Then your eject button and seat track. Below here are the controls for your dual zone automatic climate controls for the front. You have your temperature for either side, fan speed, auto mode, your defrosters, etc. And you also have the controls for your 3-stage heated front seats. Behind this cover is some storage, along with your SD card slot, 2 USB ports, and an aux port. Entering reverse does reveal a backup camera with guidance lines and your parking sensors. The parking brake is electronically operated. You have 2 cup holders right here, and right here is a center console. It does have a 12-volt power outlet. It's a 2-tiered center console. Lockable glove box. Vanity mirrors and lights for both sun visors. The rearview mirror is auto dimming. And on the overhead console, you have your overhead lighting and a sunglass holder. There are also grab handles for all 4 corners. Alright, and with this Edge being a 2015 model, it still has the old MyFordTouch infotainment system. This is what Ford was using in their early 2010s vehicles before they switched to Sync 3. But right here, we're on the home screen. Now you have this info button, which takes you to this menu. You have your alerts, calendar, apps, bring up your coordinates, where you're at, services. You also have Travel Link, SiriusXM Travel Link. So if you have a subscription, you can do your local weather, local fuel prices, that kind of stuff. Then under the gear icon, you have your system info, all sorts of settings for the infotainment system, more vehicle settings, sound settings, display settings, and your clock. But then on the home screen, so the MyFordTouch system, basically the home screen was broken into 4 different color-coded quadrants. So for the yellow, you have your phone. In this corner, this is just self-explanatory Bluetooth phone pairing stuff. But then the green quadrant is navigation. Right here, as you can see, you have a navigation map. Right here's your navigation map. You have destinations, points of interest, that kind of stuff. And then you have entertainment for the red quadrant. And you have AM, FM, plus Sirius XM, Bluetooth audio streaming, plus you still had a CD player in here. And then finally, blue, you have climate, so you can control your climate controls, including your heated seats, temperature, different zones, auto mode, etc. Obviously not the most responsive screen, at least by 2024 standards, but that's, understandable since this is a decade-old car now. But honestly, I love all the features you get in this 2015 Edge, especially this SEL trim level. The heated seats still working great. I love the leather. You still have your Bluetooth audio streaming, dual zone climate. I mean, it doesn't have a sunroof, but I mean, that would be what you would go to the higher trim levels for. I just think this is a really, really well-equipped one. So now we'll roll down the driver's window and have a look at the engine bay. Both front windows are fully automatic. Standard on the SEL trim were 18-inch sparkle silver-painted 5-split-spoke alloy rims. Powering this SEL is the Edge's base engine for 2015, the EcoBoost 2-liter turbocharged inline-4. It has an aluminum block and head along with dual overhead camshafts, 4 valves per cylinder, direct injection, and variable valve timing. Horsepower is rated at 245 at 5,500 RPM, and torque is rated at 275 pound-feet at 3,000 RPM. Transmitting that power is a 6-speed automatic transmission with a manual shifting mode. The Edge we have here is a front-wheel drive model. Running on regular unleaded with an 18-gallon fuel tank, EPA estimates are around 20 mpg in the city and 30 mpg on the highway. It has a McPherson strut front suspension and an integral link rear suspension. 4-wheel disc brakes are standard. When properly equipped, the Edge could tow up to 3,500 pounds. The fuel door is on the driver's side. You have storage on the back door panels as well. (60/40) split folding back seats. Both front seats have mat pockets in the backs. As for space back here, I'm about 6'1" with the driver's seat in a pretty comfortable position for myself. Footroom is great, legroom is really good, and headroom is really good. This is a very comfortable, spacious back seat of this Edge. Really not much to complain about. Now, back seat amenities. You have your coat hook on here, reading light. You do have your own set of climate vents, storage, and you have a household style power outlet plus a traditional car 12-volt outlet. And then you have a folding center armrest with 2 cup holders. And the back seats you can even adjust, you can recline them with the same lever you use to fold them, to add even more comfort. For some concluding thoughts on this Edge, honestly, I think this Edge is a pretty good choice, especially used. I just love how this one looks. I love this exterior color with the beige interior. I just think it pops. And this interior, I think it just feels pretty high quality still. I love how the leather seats feel. You have the heated front seats, power adjustability. You have the dual zone climate. You still have navigation, Bluetooth audio streaming, Sirius XM. You got some nice features even in this mid-range SEL trim level. And I gotta say, the interior, at least with this color scheme, I think it still looks really, really nice. And on top of that, I mean, you get a very roomy, comfortable interior, front seats or back, and just a very practical, usable vehicle. Very spacious. Has dual exhausts, rear wiper. The Edge provides 39.2 cubic feet of space with the back seats up, which grows to 73.4 cubic feet of cargo space when you fold the back seats down. Spare tire. Being a mid-sized two-row SUV again, very practical, spacious interior with the back seats up or with them down. Anyhow, thanks for checking out this tour of this 2015 Ford Edge. And as always, stay on the lookout for future tours.